If you've been keeping tabs on the housing market, you've probably noticed there's a lot of chatter about what's ahead. Some are optimistic, while others are saying not so fast.
Not so fast.
Today, we're diving into predictions for the National Association of Realtors, Zillow, and Realtor.com, and how it all relates to the local market here in San Diego. We'll cover national trends, local quirks, and what it all means for buyers, sellers, and renters as we head into 2025. So let's jump in. So let's start with the national predictions, my favorite thing. I love a good prediction.
Exact predictions are hazardous.
NAR is forecasting a big boost in home sales, 9% more next year, and another 13% in 2026. Zillow, however, is a bit more cautious, expecting slower growth with sales increasing to 4.3 million, up from 4 million this past year. Realtor.com is even more tempered, predicting just a 1.5% increase in sales to 4.07 million, still sluggish compared to pre-pandemic levels. So how does that play out here in San Diego? Nationally, more sales often mean looser inventory, but our market has its own rhythm. Right now, inventory in San Diego is down 38% compared to pre-pandemic levels. Sellers aren't exactly rushing to list because they've locked in those enviable 2 to 3% mortgage rates. Even during the holidays when inventory typically dips, this trend continues with many sellers waiting until spring to sell. While national markets might start unsticking, San Diego will likely be tight in 2025, though perhaps not as quite as it has been in recent years. Realtor.com predicts an 11.7% increase in inventory nationwide next year, and if that trickles down here, we might see some price improvement here in San Diego, but don't expect a flood of new listings here in 2025. All right, let's talk about mortgage rates because let's face it, they've been on a bit of a roller coaster over the last 6 months or so. NAR predicts rates will stabilize in the lower 6% range over the next couple of months. Zillow warns of continued volatility, expecting rates to rise and fall unpredictably throughout the year. Realtor.com is a bit more specific, projecting an average of 6.3% for next year, ending right around 6.2%, so not a huge drop from where they are right now. And for San Diego buyers, this is a big deal because a half-point change in rates can mean hundreds, if not thousands of more on your monthly mortgage payment, especially with our higher than average home prices here in San Diego. Time of your move matters more than ever. While I don't usually recommend chasing rates, if you're in a position to refinance and save a chunk of money, it might be worth checking out. And for all you sellers out there, while a rate dip might bring more buyers into the market, overpricing your home could still leave it sitting unsold for weeks or even months. Strategic pricing is super critical, especially as buyers become more selective in this market. Realtor.com's chief economist, Danielle Hale, says that in 2025, sellers may need to offer more incentives like rate buydowns or credits to stand out from the crowd. This is especially true in markets where affordability is already stretched like it is here in San Diego. But here in San Diego, our inventory remains stubbornly tight. In October, just over 3,000 new sellers entered the market, 29% fewer than the pre-pandemic average. By January, inventory levels might mirror early 2023, hovering right around 3,000 homes countywide. For buyers, this means less competition nationally might ease some pressure here, but we'll likely see bidding wars in popular neighborhoods like Carmel Valley, Rancho Penasquitos, and Carlsbad, just to name a few. And let's talk about who is actually buying out there. Cash buyers are becoming more prevalent, and first-time home buyers are getting older, saving longer, and often relying on family help or dipping into retirement accounts to make their move happen. Realtor.com notes that approximately 20% of listings are now seeing price reductions, signaling a shift into buyer power nationally. The pandemic fueled a demand for larger homes with extra space, but Zillow says that trend is starting to fade a bit. Buyers are now leaning into smaller, more affordable homes. Listings with the word cozy are up 35%, reflecting this shift toward functionality and charm over square footage. In San Diego, this could mean a resurgence in condo sales and townhomes, especially in urban areas like Little Italy, Hillcrest, or North Park. These walkable neighborhoods offer lifestyle perks that many buyers are prioritizing over sheer size. Plus, with rising costs, cozy might just be the new luxury here in San Diego. Realtor.com also predicts more new home construction in 2025 with a 13% increase in housing starts nationally, which could provide more options for those looking to buy. But here in San Diego, most of the new construction are the very north end or the very south end of San Diego. So if you're looking to buy new construction in central San Diego, there are few and far between. And for you renters, you're not off the hook. Nationally, Zillow and Realtor.com both predict rent affordability will improve slightly in 2025, thanks to an influx of new multifamily units. Realtor.com projects asking rents will drop 0.1% next year. Not a massive change, obviously, but a step in the right direction. In San Diego, we've seen a surge in new apartments over the last year, which has stabilized rents for now. I actually think rents might actually dip a little bit in 2025 compared to recent years, and I'm sure that's welcome news for renters, but don't wait too long because some of those concessions that a lot of these apartment buildings are offering might go away if inventory gets tighter. Now let's talk a little bit about the luxury market. While the rest of the market slows during the holidays, high-end homes priced above $2 million are seeing a surprising boost in demand lately.
Luxurious and spacious.
In the past 2 weeks alone, luxury demand has jumped 22% and inventory has dipped. That shaved nearly a month off the expected market time for those properties. Realtor.com's report also highlighted that sellers in high demand areas still have the upper hand, especially in desirable locations like coastal San Diego. Now, with all that being said, I know the big question on everyone's mind is, will prices go up, down, or stay the same? My guess is prices will go up, but with a more modest 3 to 5% increase instead of that 10 to 20% increases we've seen in recent years. With rates only steadily dropping, I don't think we'll see a huge wave of buyers hitting the market in 2025, which could potentially increase our inventory ever so slightly here in San Diego. But time will tell. San Diego's housing market is a tough nut to crack, and I'm sure we'll be in for some surprises along the way here in 2025. For buyers, patience and preparation will be your best friends. Keep an eye on rates, but don't rush into making a purchase unless it's the right fit at the right time. Sellers, make sure you price your properties accordingly. Overpricing can cost you both time and negotiating power. I've seen buyers negotiate huge discounts on overpriced homes just because they sat on the market for too long. And renters, if you're thinking about upgrading, winter is still a great time to hunt for those extra incentives. All right, folks, well, that's my lowdown on the housing market for 2025. I hope you guys found it helpful. And if this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel as I post new videos each and every week. And if you're ever looking to buy or sell here in San Diego, I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching and catch us next time. Bye.